Found in the ruins. A story of loss, redemption, and the family we find when we least expect it. Welcome to Storylight Extra, where stories bring us together. Hey there, you've just found a place where stories connect hearts, spark emotions, and create lasting bonds. Every video here is more than just content, it's an experience, a feeling, a journey we take together. So stay, subscribe, and be part of this beautiful storytelling family. Your presence means the world, and we can't wait to share this adventure with you. Welcome home, let's begin. Chapter 1. The Weight of Loss. Eleanor Whitmore sits alone in her small, deteriorating house on the outskirts of town. Once a lively home filled with laughter, it is now a silent reminder of everything she has lost. Her 3 children succumbed to illness one after another, victims of poverty and a failing healthcare system. Her husband, unable to bear the weight of grief, walked out one night and never returned. Now, Eleanor barely survives, her days spent staring out the window, remembering. The townspeople who once cared have moved on, leaving her in solitude. She no longer believes in kindness or second chances. Meanwhile, across town, Malcolm Hayes is celebrating a hard-earned victory. He has just completed an intensive technology training program, securing a well-paying job. It's a milestone for him, a boy who grew up shuffled between foster homes, knowing hunger and neglect too well. But despite his success, there is an emptiness inside him. He has no one to share his triumphs with, no one to be proud of him. One evening, Malcolm passes by Eleanor's house and sees her struggling with groceries. Despite her resistance, he helps, drawn to her sorrow. He recognizes something familiar in her loneliness, a pain he understands all too well. Chapter 2. 2 strangers, 1 pain. A lean black man, offering unsolicited help stirs old prejudices ingrained in her by the society she grew up in. But beneath her fear is something deeper, shame. She doesn't want pity, especially from someone who looks at her with such understanding, or is wary of Malcolm. A stranger, especially a young. Malcolm, however, is persistent. He doesn't push, but he doesn't disappear either. He stops by every few days, finding small excuses, a broken fence to fix, a heavy bag to carry. Slowly, Eleanor stops resisting. One evening, Malcolm brings her food from a local diner, refusing to take no for an answer. Over dinner, they begin talking. At first, it's just polite conversation, but soon, Eleanor finds herself sharing memories of her children. Malcolm listens, not with pity, but with empathy. In return, he shares bits of his own past. The hunger, the nights spent in shelters, the absence of a mother's love. For the first time in years, Eleanor doesn't feel invisible. Chapter 3. A New Kind of Family. As weeks pass, Malcolm becomes a regular presence in Eleanor's life. He repairs things around her house, teaches her how to use a smartphone, and even introduces her to online grocery shopping to ease her struggles. Eleanor, in turn, begins cooking for him, something she hasn't done for anyone in years. Their bond deepens, but not everyone approves. Eleanor's old acquaintances, women from her church, former neighbors, begin whispering when they see Malcolm around. Some question his intentions, others subtly remind Eleanor of their differences. She is torn between their voices and the quiet comfort Malcolm brings. When Malcolm notices her hesitation, he doesn't confront her. Instead, he steps back, giving her space to choose whether she wants him in her life. Eleanor realizes something. She has spent too long caring about what others think. This boy, this man, has done more for her in a few months than any of them have in years. One evening, she calls him over for dinner. It's her way of making a decision. Malcolm arrives to find a home-cooked meal and, for the first time, a seat set for him at the table. Chapter 4. Facing the Past. Their relationship grows stronger, but the past still lingers. Eleanor is forced to confront her old beliefs about race, class, and the biases she never questioned before. She admits to Malcolm that she was once someone who wouldn't have welcomed him into her life, and it shames her. Malcolm, however, doesn't judge her for the past, he only cares about who she is now. He tells her about the times he was overlooked, the jobs he was denied, the way society told him he wasn't enough. But instead of letting it turn him bitter, he used it as fuel to build his future. One day, Eleanor takes a bold step. She invites Malcolm to her church. She knows it will raise eyebrows, but she doesn't care anymore. He hesitates but agrees. The reactions are mixed. Some people welcome him, while others keep their distance. Eleanor, however, stands beside him proudly, making it clear where she stands. Chapter 5. Home is where love lives. As the seasons change, so does their relationship. Eleanor, once a woman waiting for death, now wakes up with purpose. She starts baking again, takes short walks outside, even picks up a hobby, gardening. Malcolm, once a man without roots, finally has someone to call family. One evening, Malcolm brings her a gift, a framed photograph of the two of them. Beneath it, he has written, "Family isn't about blood. It's about love." Eleanor looks at the picture, tears in her eyes. She finally understands. Her children may be gone, but she is not alone. And Malcolm, after a lifetime of searching, has found a home. As the story closes, they sit on Eleanor's porch, watching the sunset. Two souls who once had nothing, now have everything, each other. Thank you for watching. Hey there, I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. Your support means everything. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing content. Stay with us, there's so much more to come. See you in the next one.